Gets us started with an opening prayer, though.
Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? I know this is a virtual platform and it's hard to see everybody's faces, but I pray that you're having a wonderful day on this wonderful Saturday morning. I hope Father Benny logged on. If he's there, Father Benny, raise your hand or something so people can know who you are. I can't see your name on there. Is he logged in? Okay. All right. Well, I want to do an opening prayer, but I want to do a little bit different today. I'm going to ask some participation, even though I can't see everybody, but I'm just going to trust that you'll follow the instruction. So our tenet of our faith has five, right? There's faith, innovation, service, truth, and education, right? All of those things are what makes UIW run as smoothly as we try to make it run. But I want you to do something today as we do our opening prayer. Take your right hand and think of 5 people in your life that you're thankful for. You don't have to say it out loud, just think of them in your mind. And in your left hand, think of 5 things you are thankful for. Right? So as you think about our tenet of our faith, which is faith, innovation, service, truth, and education, next time you do your prayer and you think about the University of Incarnate Word, take your left hand and your right hand and bring them together. So anytime you have some issues going on in your life, there are 5 people in your life that you know you can count on. There are 5 things that you're thankful for. Those 5 people and those 5 things will help break you through many trials and tribulations in your life. And as you think about your academic career, think about faith, innovation, service, truth, and education. When you bring your hands together, all of these worlds collide and they help us to pray. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to bring our hands together and we're going to pray. So let us pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, gracious and loving God, we are thankful for those who have logged on today, those who are looking to begin their academic journey. Some are restarting, some are jump starting. But God, we ask you, Lord, to bless them now. Bless those people in their lives who they're called into their mind, who are their supporters, their family, their friends, their loved ones, and the 5 things that they're thankful for. During this journey that they will go through, they will pull on those people. Those 5 things will help them through difficult circumstance and situation. But Lord, we pray that you will be the constant guide that will be with them in difficult times and good times. Bless their life, bless those who love them and love them dearly, who will support them in so many different areas of their life. We pray their strength, we pray their joy, and we pray that their journey through this academic life will be one of joy and success. This we pray in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A few more have joined us, and so that's wonderful to see. It's great to see so many people have joined us this Saturday morning, and we are grateful that all of you have that are going to be speaking today have agreed to do so on your Saturday. So we are here to talk about starting with the School of Professional Studies. So let's hop in. With the School of Professional Studies, we have our Dean, who is also our Associate Provost, and that is Dr. Osmond Ostergut. We also have our Assistant Dean of Student Affairs and Program Development, Dr. Jessica Parra. And this is your advising team. We have a few of us on here today. Like I said, my name is Christina Rollison. I'm the academic advisor too. And I would like to introduce our Associate Director of Advising and Tutoring Services, Dr. Tina Siller. We have with us Lauren Salinas, which is one of our academic advisors. Nicholas Flores and Kathy Anderson are also on with us this morning. If you haven't opened up the chat box yet, go ahead and do that, because we're all going to be in there spot checking to see if there's any other questions that are coming up while we're talking, and seeing if we can answer you there, or if we can connect with you after, or maybe it's a great question that we can share with the group. So make sure to check in with the chat box throughout the presentation. We also have Cynthia Garcia, Tiara Daniels, and Mark Cardenas that are part of the academic advising team. And we're all housed here in the Northwest Center. So whether or not you are assigned to us as your advisor, any of us will be happy to help you whenever you're here. All right. Now, we're coming back to school. What exactly does that mean for you and your role? Because you're going to be adding this into another aspect of you as a person. For you as a student, we really ask that you're going to read the university bulletin and the student handbook. That university bulletin, you might have heard of it, called catalog as another point. It's usually found within the registrar's office. And this explains what your degree is required of, or what is required for your degree, sorry, and just other rules and regulations and policies that apply to you as a student to getting your degree, and your academic advisor can help you understand those. We're asking that you seek out explanations for those policies and procedures. And again, coming to your academic advisor, if anything's unclear or a little bit confusing, we speak with our own vernacular in our everyday lives, and we sometimes use words that nobody else will hear in their life. So if something doesn't make sense, please feel free to ask us. We're happy to answer any question. And I know for me, when I started, like, sometimes you'd hear a word and you're like, I have no idea what they're talking about right now. And trust me, we will be happy to help with that. We also want to make sure that you know and meet your graduation and other requirements, and those are going to be contained in that bulletin or that catalog. Make sure that you keep up with your class schedules and any other university publications. The advising team gives you a monthly newsletter as well. That would be a publication to keep up with. And that you maintain your own personal academic record. Now, the student and the advisor, we're really here to be your advocates. You want to remember our name, and you want to try to keep a hold of our telephone number and our email address. We are here to assist you in any type of aspect. We can be you can see us as your primary point of contact, but our primary objective is to help you get registered for classes so that you can progress through your degree to get to graduation. And that's where we talk about your advisor is going to help you maintain that checklist. And we'll talk about some of the tools that we use to do that here in a few minutes. Now, again, this is your degree. I am your advocate. I am here to empower you. I'm here to help you understand the route, but it is your degree. I want you to feel like you've accomplished this, not just by the schoolwork that you've done in your classrooms, but by actually understanding and knowing the steps that you're taking to get to graduation. We as advisors, we do need your participation in that process and how to help you have the schedule that best suits your needs, everything like that. So please be engaged with your academic advisor, because we want to build that partnership with you to get you to graduation. But the final responsibility for meeting everything does rest within your hands too. So make sure to build that relationship, and so that you can have that knowledge and empowerment that it takes to get to graduation. And next, I'd like to introduce one of our academic advisors again, Miss Lauren Salinas. She's going to take over so that I can give my voice a break and help you through the next couple of slides.
Hello, my name is Lauren Salinas. I am one of the academic advisors here at SPS. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Cardinal Apps. Cardinal Apps is what you're going to be utilizing the whole duration of your finishing your degree here with UIW. Cardinal Apps is where you're going to find your student email. You're going to find different Office 365 apps. You're going to find your degree works. You're going to find your Canvas where you can register. Also UIW Engage as well, along with CashNet, where you're able to pay your tuition and fees and stuff like that. And of course, if you ever have any difficulties while accessing the Cardinal Apps or any app in Cardinal Apps, you're more than welcome to contact the UIW help desk, and their number there is below. Next, we do offer tutoring services that are strictly online. We have an app called BrainFuse Online Tutoring. It helps with different things such as writing, and it even has some live help that that they can go ahead and assist you with one-on-one with any of your courses that you've been taking, if needed. They have different academic tools that you can, that'll help you enhance your learning. And yeah, it's a pretty great tutoring service that we offer, and I recommend it to anybody who, if you're thinking about dropping, due to, due to not being able to keep up, go ahead and see if tutoring services may work for you if you're having trouble understanding the material. Next, we have the rave alerts. Now the rave alerts are going to be also in your Cardinal apps. What the rave alerts do is it's like a system that sends out emergency information having to do with UIW. Of course, you have to enroll in these, but you can find it in your Cardinal apps, like I had said. You can just, add your updated cell phone number just so you can get text alerts to keep up, with what's going on with UIW. And your Cardinal email, every student receives a Cardinal email upon admission. So the best practice is to create a signature for your emails as a student, because as advisors, we like to see that you have your student ID number whenever you're communicating with us, just so it'll be a little bit easier to assist you. All the communication that you have with us as advisors will have to come from your Cardinal email account. We ask that you please do not forward your student email to your personal email, just because we're not too sure if it's going to go through, and we don't want to prevent any miscommunication from happening. Next, we have DegreeWorks, and DegreeWorks is where you're going to be finding, the courses that you previously taken and the grades that reflect off that. You're going to see different information having to do with you as a student. You're going to see all of your degree requirements, the core curriculum that's required for the degree that you're currently in. It's going to show your major and, of course, your general electives if you have any. And next we have Canvas. Canvas is going to be, in Canvas, we have an SPS advising course that advisors have put together for students who may have, either frequently asked questions. They may need some helpful links, also announcements that may be very helpful that advising can assist with. We go ahead and put anything that we can that would help you as a student in this SPS advising course. And of course, it's built by us to help support you as a student throughout your duration here with UIW.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lauren. We're going to give Lauren a break from talking now, and we're going to bring in another one of our academic advisors. We are going to bring in Mr. Nick Flores to help talk about more on Canvas.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Nick Flores. As Christina mentioned, I'm one of the advisors here. If you're one of my students, hello, good to meet you. I look forward to working with you. But as Lauren alluded to, Canvas is going to be kind of what your virtual classroom is going to be. Now, don't want to make it confusing. We do have 100% online courses and in-person courses. However, for our virtual courses, there are no login times, so you don't have to be in Canvas at a certain time. This is where you're going to find your courses, though. Any announcements that your instructor makes, they're going to upload that in Canvas. To your email, you should get an alert that your professor uploads anything. This is also where you're going to find your syllabus and your textbook information. So if you're curious about when an assignment is due or what materials you're going to need for your classroom, go to your Canvas. It's going to let you know all that information. Additionally, this is where your instructor is going to upload their assignments for that week. So the assignments, what's going to be due for that week, the requirements for the assignment, and then it's also going to be where your grades are. Now, Canvas does a really good job of tracking your grades as you go throughout your class. So if you're curious, what did I get on a previous assignment? What is that affecting? It does show you what your grades are, and it does go gradually throughout that entire course. And then some tips, tricks, and helpful items here for getting through your classroom. So first thing I always recommend is connect with your instructor, send them an email, let them know who you are. One of the main things that we try to stress a lot during your first week, or even just prior to your first week, is just let your professor know that you are in the class. If you have something that you want to let them know about, introduce yourself, definitely recommend doing that. One of the great things that Canvas also does is that it does let you know who's in your class. So if you want to get connected with some of your fellow classmates, you can see who's in your class. If you are doing your degree alongside someone and you want to make sure that you're in the same class, you can check and make sure that they're there with you. I recommend keeping up with your assignments on your own, even though Canvas does do a great job of tracking that for you. And then, of course, you can always ask questions to your professor via email, through Canvas. I do recommend that if you are having an issue with anything in your class, the first thing that you do is definitely ask your professor. If your professor doesn't know the answer, you can always come to us, the academic advisors. We'll try to answer the question as best as we can, or get you connected with somebody who can. And then ultimately, we do want you to have fun. I know it's school. School sometimes cannot be fun, but have fun with it. You're learning. It's a great time. Somebody who's been a lifelong learner as an online student, it's really great. And ultimately, it's a great time that you get to learn something new and have a new experience with. And now, attendance. If this is your first time going to college, then it might be a little bit different. If this is a returning time and you've been in a traditional sense, our online format and our in-person with our 8-week terms is going to be a little bit different than the traditional 16 weeks. So because we are in an accelerated format, the little conversion there gives you an idea of how we do our courses. So for our courses, if you want to think about it, 1 week in an SPS course is equal to 2 weeks of a regular term course. So there is, in a sense, twice the amount of content in that 1 week. So it's best to keep up with your courses, best to always be looking into what's due. I go back to always communicate with your instructor. So if you happen to get behind in that 1 week, let your instructor know. They are very willing to work with you to make sure that you're able to catch up. And then if you ever have any questions, always ask us. We can give some helpful tips, tricks. And then also, as Lauren mentioned, utilizing those tutoring service is a great advantage to make sure that you're staying on track.
Thank you so much, Nick. Again, just want to remind everybody that we do have the chat box being monitored by the academic advising team. So if you have any questions as we're moving along, make sure to check in there. And if you do have a question, feel free to post it in there. We're going to move into one of the things that does come up frequently during school is your schedule and what things can impact your schedule. So we have here the drop policy, and this will also be referred to as a withdrawal policy. So there are no automatic drops and there are no automatic withdrawals. These are student initiated only. So to do a drop, this means that you're going to get 100% tuition refund. This is your first week of school, something that's happened. Maybe this course doesn't feel like it's going to sit well with the other course that you're taking. Maybe you just need to drop down to one. This is going to be a drop. It's 100% tuition refund. It's going to be that first week by Friday prior to 5 p.m. Now withdrawal, when we say that term, this is going into that vernacular piece of words that we use daily outside, we need a little bit more over here. So a drop is 100% tuition refund. Withdrawal is going to be no tuition refund, but this helps you to protect your GPA. And this is the deadline for this one is during week 6, same thing, Friday prior to 5 p.m. We do have 4-week terms that we offer as well throughout the year. When those are offered, make sure to check with your academic advisor on how those drop and withdrawal deadlines change for those 4 weeks. We do have spring 1 coming up, January 12th. It is going to be the drop deadline. February 16th is going to be your withdrawal deadline. There's not going to set no tuition refund. Spring 2, March 8th is going to be your drop deadline, and April 12th is going to be the withdrawal deadline. Again, we're giving you a lot of information this morning. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach back out to your academic advisor. Now, that was for undergraduate and graduates. We also offer a DBA program. The drop policy on that, again, there are no automatic drops. This is going to be student initiated. In spring 2024, your deadline to drop with 100% tuition refund is going to be January 12th. Deadline to withdraw with a grade of W is going to be March 29th. Remember, you're on the DBA. If you're a DBA student, you were looking at a 16-week semester, where our undergraduates and graduates, you're going to be looking at 8-week terms. So the deadlines vary a little bit. Now, on DBA students as well, your completion has options of either the dissertation track or the non-dissertation track. These are going to be questions that you'll work with you'll work with your academic advisor. But these are going to be things of dissertation. You're going to you're going to pick a chair. They're going to help you go through that. Then there's non-dissertation track where you have more project style options for that. Again, this is going to come back to understanding your degree plan, and you'll be able to get more details on the specifics to your degree through your academic advisor. So whether you're a DBA student, an undergraduate student, or a graduate student, always reach back out and build that relationship with your academic advisor so they can help you understand the specifics to what you're going to need for your plan. Now, graduation goals, that's where we're aiming for. That is our success that we're looking to help get you to. You have to have minimum college credits. Each degree plan has a minimum of hours that you have to be able to say that it's satisfied in that count. Not everybody's going to land on that specific number and be done. Undergraduates for a bachelor's degree require 120 hours. Not everybody is going to finish at 120 hours. Most students are going to be a little bit above that because at some point in our life, we probably decided we didn't want to be a beauty pageant queen anymore. We wanted to be the ringmaster in the circus. So we've changed our major a couple of times. We have classes that are not going to apply to where we actually decide to settle. So we're going to usually end over that 120 hours. You're going to have prescribed courses. These are the courses that are on your plan that are specific to you. You're also going to have an amount of service hours if you're on an undergraduate degree that you're going to need to get turned in before your final semester. If needed, there's going to be general electives that you might need to take. And when we're closing in on that final year, we're going to get you started on submitting a graduation application. So there are a lot of little tiny aspects, little nuances. Always check with your academic advisor. Now, for graduation, this is something that might not be next month for you, but I really want to go ahead and plant that little worm in here that starts reminding you that things have to happen. You have to apply to graduate. When you are closing in on that last year worth of classes, you want to submit your graduation application. This essentially alerts the Office of the Registrar that you are intending to complete. So remember, whether or not you're going to participate in the ceremony, or if you are just going to apply for your diploma, you have to apply to graduate. Participation in the ceremony doesn't impact that need. So again, make sure when you're looking at your degree plan and you're closing in and building, again, it goes back to your relationship with your academic advisor. You want to make sure that you're getting in your application to graduate on time. Now, we're going to switch back over to Mr. Nick Flores for a little bit. Nick, if you don't mind.
All right, and just as a reminder, we do have that chat open for any questions, and a reminder as well, I know this is a lot of information. We are going to have a short Q&A session after the presentation, so stick around. We'll try to answer as many questions as possible. But going back to a little bit of that fun that I mentioned earlier, so just because you're an online student or an in-person and online student, it does not mean that you're excluded from any of these fun student experiences. You can always come to the athletic sporting events, be a part of Greek life, student organizations, campus dining, use of the library. Now for the gym, since you are an online student, you don't pay any of the campus fees. So a membership fee is required for this. And all of this is located typically at the Broadway campus. Some of the libraries we do have scattered around at some of the different campuses as well. But these amenities are accessed through your UIW issued student ID, which we'll go ahead and talk about next. With your student ID, how to get this, it's going to be on the Broadway campus at the Student Engagement Center. It is at the top floor on the 3rd floor. I do recommend making an appointment to go ahead and get your student ID. Being a student, if it's 2 weeks before the semester starts or 2 weeks after the semester starts, tends to be the time where a lot of people forget to get their ID or lose their ID. So you might have not a chance if you walk in that they have an appointment or have a spot ready. So I recommend give them a call ahead of time, set up that time. That way you can go ahead and get your student ID.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit. So these are gonna be our locations with SPS. First, we do have the SPS headquarters. That's gonna be on McCullough Avenue. And then we have the Northwest Advising Center. As Christina said, this is where we are housed, the advisors. So we are gonna be there. We're going to be there if you need us, and you're also going to be there to be participating in any in-person classes if you choose to do so. Our hours are 8 a.m. Monday through Thursday. They're 8 a.m. To 5 p.m. as advisors, but the whole, the study room and the access to students, you have until 10 p.m. So it's 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Friday, it's 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then Saturday, 8:30 to 1:30. So these are the hours that the campus is available to you as students to use for the study room that we do provide, and as well as the DBA Connection Lounge. And the hours remain the same as the other center, the other lounge. And let's see, we offer different things like snacks. We offer, sometimes snacks and waters. We'll offer different little cubicles and stuff where you can have your privacy to do some assignments or any tests or stuff you may have coming up. And yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Lauren. Really, we do want you to feel comfortable if you're here San Antonio and local to be able to come into the Northwest Center and meet with other students, or feel like you're comfortable to go to the Broadway campus and utilize the library there. So in thinking about who is on the Broadway campus, we're going to move into the presentation where we're going to ask some of the different offices to speak about what they can help with and how to get in contact with them. So first up, we have the business office. And we should have, is Jessica Hernandez on? Did she log in? So Jessica, if you wanted to speak to the business office for a little bit, we surely would appreciate it. I see Dr. Jessica, but I don't see Jessica Hernandez.
She was on. She might have logged off.
Okay.
So cover the information, please.
Yes, ma'am. So business office, if you haven't been to the Broadway Center, it's going to be the main building that faces Broadway, and essentially it's the building across the street from Bill Miller's. So we have the business office there. We've got their email address, their phone number. Really, you want to check in with them regarding your tuition payment plan, if you're going to have one of those, how you're going to be covering tuition. This is going to go through the CashNet e-payment center as well. You can also, if you're going to register your car as a car being somewhere on a UIW property, you can go into Cardinal Cars. Please do not pay for a parking permit. As an SPS student, you don't need to have your parking permit to be at the Northwest Center. If you happen to be going to the Broadway location, again, go in that main entrance that's right there on Burr Road and Broadway where the Bill Miller's is. You're going to see our flags, small little roundabout, and a kiosk right there. Just swing by that kiosk and tell them that you just need a day pass, and they'll direct you where to park and get you set up for the day. Or if you just need a brief visit, there's a 15-minute parking area that you can go grab. So definitely make sure to keep hold of the business office information. They'll be one of the people that you probably create another very strong bond with while you're here at UIW. Next up, we have Christina Phillips, who is the help desk manager. And Christina, would you mind speaking towards your group and your team?
Hi, good morning. Can everybody hear me? Hi, my
Yes,
name's
ma'am.
Christina. Thank you. Good morning, guys. My name's Christina and I manage the IT help desk. I am also an SPS graduate, so that's cool as well. So welcome. The help desk is located in the Student Engagement Center in the lowest level. We call it, we lovingly call it the dungeon, right across the hall from Luciano's. So if you ever come to main campus, you can come visit us. What we do, so I'll start with our hours. Here on the left side, I did notice that our web team, when I had them update our hours, they put 8:30 instead of 9. We're actually open till 9 p.m. So it's 7 to 9 Monday through Thursday, Friday 7 to 5, and then Saturday 10 to 2. Now this does end after finals week because we go into our winter break schedule, which we'll update on the website as well, and it'll be 7 to 5 Monday through Friday. So even during the winter break where there are no classes on main campus, we are still there every day to provide that support. And the support we do provide is everything from logging into your account to UIW provided software, hardware troubleshooting, internet on campus. If it's technology related, it's most likely us. And everything that you see on these slides that were before, Cardinal Apps, email, Rave Alert, DegreeWorks, all of those applications as well. So anything Cardinal Apps related, you're going to see that's what we can support. We have 5 ways that you can contact the help desk. You can come see us in person during our business hours. You can call us. Our number is right there, 210-829-2721. If you come to main campus, stop by. We have giveaways that have our phone number on it, notepads, pens, so you can have that number with you at all times because you never know when you're going to need IT support. You can email us. Our email is right here on the screen as well, helpdesk@uiwtx.edu. But I have to stress that if you use that method, you need to tell us who you are, because we'll get tickets from that people email and it's just, I can't log into my account and it's coming from a random Yahoo email address. And we have no idea who you are. We can't contact you back because we don't even know what account to look up. So give us your ID number, a good contact number, and we can better assist you. The 4th way to contact us is through that icon right there on the right side. That's going to be in your Cardinal Apps. That'll take you to the help desk portal where you'll have the option to search help articles, but there's an icon as well to submit a help ticket. It's a form, has every field you need, the description of your issue, your phone number, your name, and then you can attach a screenshot as well. So by the time that we call you back, we already know what your issue looks like and we can better assist you. And then the 5th and final method to contact the help desk is our little chat bot that is also located on that help desk portal. It's in the lower right corner. You click him, he'll offer you some help via our knowledge base articles. And if those don't work, he'll tell you, do you want to speak to a live agent? And that is active during business hours as well. So 5 different ways to contact the help desk. So there's no excuse that if you need help with something IT related that you don't know how to contact us, because there are plenty of ways to get a hold of us. So that's pretty much it. So anything technology related, we got you.
Thank you so much, Christina. And yes, I have their info just on a sticky on my monitor. So definitely make sure you keep notes of how to get a hold of them. Next up, we have financial aid, and hopefully Kristen Alisea is here with us. She is the director of financial aid.
It's actually Maria Wade.
Oh goodness. So sorry.
No
Maria.
problem.
Maria,
I'm
would you
here.
please help us understand how financial aid can help all the students?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning and welcome, Cardinals, to our nest. I'm going to cover a few items for you pertaining to your financial aid. So I want to make sure that you have your FAFSA available to us. I'm not sure if you're coming from a college or university from your fall semester, but you can go ahead and go into your FAFSA and add us as a school, 003578, and that FAFSA will come to us. Make sure you're checking your email because that's how we're going to inform you of your award offer. We'll let you know by your Outlook email your Cardinal email of what your award offer is, and then we give you instructions on how to log in, review everything, and fill out any missing documents that you might need. Again, everything is online, so if you'd like to come and visit, we'd love to have you visit our Broadway campus, but everything will be done online, so there's no need to come in if you cannot. Also, our hours coming up this December, up until, let me see here, Thursday, December 21st, we'll be in the office. 8 to 5, we're open Monday through Friday. That Thursday is our last day before winter break, and we'll be returning Tuesday, January 2nd. So if you'd like to stop by, please do so. We're at main campus off of Broadway. Again, as it's been mentioned, you can come by and go through Burr Road onto campus and let the officer know at the kiosk that you're here visiting temporarily, so you can get a temporary pass. If you need to speak with us, you can contact us either by our website or email. It's finaid@uiwtx.edu. Our telephone 210-829-6008. And we also have Zoom appointments. So if you log into our Finaid page, there is a section on there where you can request a Zoom appointment. So we also have Zoom appointments available to you. So again, we're here to make this transition easy for you. Try to get things in as soon as you can. The beginning of the semester, again, we cover all the schools, main campus, professional schools, as well as SPS. So the sooner you can get that done, the better. So welcome again to the Nest, and go Cardinals.
So thank you so much, Maria.
You're welcome.
So let's move into our next group. It is going to be the Military and Veterans Center, and I believe it's Carissa Ramos with us today.
Yes, thank you, Christina. Good morning, everybody. I'm Carissa Vigil Ramos. I'm one of the school certifying officials with the Military and Veterans Center. First off, I just wanted to say thank you to anybody who is on the call that is serving, currently serving, or has served. We appreciate your service, and we're proud to be here for you. So our office specifically is here to service the military affiliated community, specifically in processing VA benefits and tuition assistance. So if you are using either of those, it is very, very important that you come and speak with our office. Reason is because we are not the VA. We are just the middleman between the school and the VA. And your middleman and between the school and your education center as well. So definitely come speak with us. Nothing is going to be provided on your behalf automatically. So if you do know what you're entitled to, or even if you have no clue what you're entitled to, maybe you're a spouse and you say, hey, my spouse has Chapter 33, what do I do? Can I have access? We're here to help answer those questions. Just to highlight the university a little bit, we are recently just announced #1 in the nation as the 2023 Best for Vets College in the Military Times survey. So we did beat out about 350 other institutions nationwide. So that does kind of speak to the service that we provide to our military affiliated community. We know that transition out of the military world, especially if you're coming from the active duty to civilian world, and then you're throwing in higher education, it's a doozy. I mean, we know that transitions can be very difficult. So we're here to help make that process as smooth as possible. So for any questions, even if it's not our office and you have no clue, maybe you're like, I have a balance. Do I need to come speak with you or business office? Come speak with us. We can direct you with who you need to go to. And specifically, if you're using VA and TA and you have a balance, come speak with us first, actually. That way we can help break down your account and see what's going on in terms of your third-party billing. If you have any questions, again, there is our contact us page. We are located on main campus. We do encourage you to come and speak and meet with your school certifying officials. Get to know the office. There's a lounge there for you to provide some snacks, come hang out. We want you to get to know and be a part of the UIW community. Our office does not only process VA benefits, though, so we do offer a lot of organizations based out of our office. We have our Student Veterans of America and our Peer Advisors for Veterans Education team. That's a great place to connect with, to meet other veterans, kind of find a a place where you can seek some guidance through other students. But we're so proud to be here to serve you, and we're here to help in any way possible. So please feel free to take a screenshot of the page for any questions. If you've already set up your benefits and you have questions, let me know. I will drop my contact in the chat. So thank you so much for having me here, and welcome to UIW, and thank you again for your service.
Thank you so much, Carissa. One of the things that I know you've touched on, like the student organizations and such, but there's a lot of extracurricular activities for the military and veteran students, correct? Like you have the Cat Florida Clay or
so
Cat Florida Canvas. So
we have a multitude of events throughout the semester that we host on our campus. It's specifically like Cat Florida Clay, which is an art-based program through the Military and Veterans Center, and we kind of host with PAVE, and we have students who come and they actually make pots and little pinch pots through clay, and it's a great outlet for, you know, stress. And then we have you know, our welcome back events. We have taco events. We're constantly giving out free food, so definitely be in touch with our office. Specifically too, I will drop our social media links in the chat as well. Very, very, very important. Thank you, Christina, for bringing me back around. Follow our socials, because all of our updates regarding VA laws, events through our office, giveaways are going to be through that social media. So we really want you to get involved and be a part of the community. And the best way to find out what's going on is through our socials.
absolutely. If y'all ever get a chance to go to one of the tailgates, you find their tents. They'll have the best food. So find their tent at the tailgates when y'all come get to see us on Broadway campus. All right, again, thank you, Carissa. We're going to be moving into student disability services. Dr. Stiller, did you happen to see anybody from their office log in today? Okay. All right, thank you. Now, so I'll quickly touch on this. What I want you to take from this slide, though, is to remember when things happen and you need assistance or support urgently. So if something happens and you've been hospitalized and it's going to impact your ability in the classroom, whether it be the virtual classroom or the in-person, reach out to Student Disability Services. We've got Michelle Beasley's email on the slide there for you. This isn't just for something that would impact you going into a class. If anything happens while you're in the class, you still want to connect with Student Disability Services. This might be that you need extended time on quizzes or exams. Maybe you just need temporary accommodations, or maybe you're going to need long-term accommodations. Just reach out to them, see what they can do to help support you, because truly, honestly and truly, everybody here at UIW and the School of Professional Studies, we want to help support and make sure that you succeed in your classes and your educational goals. All right, from there we have the Etling Center for Civic Leadership and Sustainability. For undergraduates and graduate students, you are not graduate students, I'm sorry, associates and bachelor's degree. Those were the two words I was looking for. So associate students and bachelor students, you will have a specific amount of community service hours that are required on your degree plan. And this is just as if it was a prescribed course. We want to see you get those turned in prior to that last semester. You will access your Cardinal apps. You can see that there's the UIW Give Pulse icon on the slide there. You're going to enter in the hours that you've done. And if you are already actively involved in community service hours, you can go back 5 years and they can assist you in doing that. They can also help you find opportunities to do the service hours. These don't have to be done through a specific UIW connection. It doesn't have to be done in San Antonio. We know we have people all over the place. If you ever have any questions about what will qualify, just make sure to reach out to their office and they will help you get those hours logged in and help you understand what can and cannot qualify. Next up, we have career services. And you get to keep on listening to me, and I know it's a wonderful treat. And if I lose my voice for the end of this, it'll all be worth it for everybody. All right, so career services. This is also another option that you will have in your Cardinal apps. These people are here to help you get ready for the transition for student to alumni. They are going to help you understand how to plan in moving into maybe you're doing a career change. So how are you going to move into that next career? I know I haven't interviewed in a long time. And I should probably do some practice with that if I would ever need to, but I'm not, because I love my job. I know how that was starting to sound. So I don't need help with job interview skills, but if I did, career services would be where I go. They do mock interviews. We also have, side note, we do have a clothing closet that is located on the Broadway campus and here at the Northwest Center. These closets are here for students to take advantage of if you need maybe just a nice suit to go to an interview for, if you need anything really. I know here at the Northwest Center, we'll let you know, this is here to help you, whatever you need. If you spill your coffee on your shirt on the way into class, please just go get a free clean shirt. But we do have professional clothes available if you need them on both campuses. So career planning, make sure you reach out to them. They have specific career advisors and you can schedule with them as well. And they have the Handshake app, which is how they're going to connect you with employers. They're also located in the Student Engagement Center. So if you were going to plan a trip, if you're here locally, or maybe you're going to visit us here in San Antonio, make some appointments with all of these offices. When you're going to go to Broadway, you can go talk to the business office. If you're military affiliated, you can go see Carissa and her friends. If you want to see what career services can do for you, you can call ahead, make these appointments when you go get your student ID, and you can just get a real sense of how to utilize everything on the Broadway campus. Next up, we have library services, and I do believe that I saw Paul Anderson hop on earlier. So Paul, if you don't mind, if you could tell us a little bit about the library and what services our students can take advantage of.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Paul Anderson. I'm here with the UIW libraries. I'm located at the main campus on Broadway. We also have 3 other libraries scattered about through San Antonio. But we're here as far as helping you with any of your research questions, as far as trying to find articles for your research papers. If I know a lot of y'all are taking business courses, so if you're needing any company, doing company reports or industry reports, I'm here to help. My contact information is listed in the slide. Also, we have a reference email, so this would go to any of the librarians that we have. It's not listed on here, but we also offer a virtual chat as well. So, and then we have certain hours for that. But we're here to help. We have different subject specialists. So like I said, I do business, communication arts, but then we have subject specialists for English and education and some of the medical fields and things like that. I'm going to drop the link for the library homepage in the chat real quick. And then this will also give you some more information. Right now, for the next week, we actually are staying open till 1 o'clock on most days, except for Fridays and Saturdays. It's finals week. And then typically during the semester, we're open till midnight, and we're open every day. We'll be closed from like December 22nd through January 1st. But, reach out to us. Another thing too is if you follow that link that I sent in from the library homepage, we also have research guides that are listed. And those research guides, if you go into there, we'll have subject guides. And those are going to be helpful, real helpful as far as finding whatever content area you're needing help with, how to find, how to locate our electronic books, how to locate our databases where you're going to find a ton of your research articles. And so much of that is online. So it's, pretty much everything we have is 24/7, no matter where you are. Just logging into the databases and the electronic books, that's just going to require your login like you would log into Cardinal apps. And speaking of Cardinal apps, I believe we're also listed within the Cardinal apps as an app. So we're basically always there. Please reach out to us. And if it's minimal, since you've done some research, we're more than willing to help. We'll do consultations face-to-face, consultations by Zoom, whatever is going to be easiest for you.
Thank you so much, Paul. I did have a question. You mentioned the 3 other libraries that we have here in town, and while there is so much material that's available online, if students that take a class here at the Northwest Center see something that they would like from maybe the Broadway Library, is there any way to get a book brought over to like the Northwest Center with the small library that we have upstairs?
Yeah, we have a system where you could request, like if we have a print book, we can get it to one of the different libraries.
Okay.
And yeah, then we also, if we don't own a particular article that you're finding that you need, we have a system called interlibrary loan, to where you can request that, and it's through an email setup, and it's usually 3 to 5 business days, but you'll get the article that you're needing for your paper as well. We also have a thing called Tech Share Card. You just would come up to main campus. We can issue you this card from our reference desk, and it'll allow you to check out items from other public universities and private universities here in the state of Texas. And yeah, just make sure you get your UIW ID card, because we'll check that usually, especially if you're wanting to check out anything. Also, we check them 2 hours before we close. And then, also too, as far as if you're wanting to print, you're going to need that UIW ID card to print anything at any of our libraries.
Once again,
And then
thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh,
also
sorry.
included no, that's okay. I also included a link there for our library guides or research guides. And some are set up as far as the graduate students. We've got one for PMBA, DBA, and there's a lot of really good information on there. But thank you.
Yeah. I didn't know about the card that lets you rent from or check out from other universities. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's
I wish
free.
I'd known.
It's
I
free.
might need to figure out how to get one of those. All right. Thank you again, Paul. Next up,
Thank you.
we're moving into the Office of Research and Graduate Studies. You'll hear us call this orgs quite frequently. I don't believe I saw Dr. Hayes or Gracie hop on this morning. Let me give a quick scan through the names here. No, not seeing them. So while we talked about different research aspects, one thing that's nice, we have our undergraduates and that'll be people that are seeking their associate's or their bachelor's degree. They have the free online tutoring through Cardinal Apps with BrainFuse. When you're moving into graduate studies as a MBA student, if you're looking at a master's, this is where the org's office, the Office of Research and Graduate Studies, comes in. They are this is the office that is specifically for those graduate level, so the next time, those master's degrees. And they're going to be looking at the processes that apply to those degree plans. We talked about understanding your catalog earlier. A graduate catalog and an undergraduate catalog are separate. So you're wanting, depending on your level, you're going to want to look in the correct area. But orgs has specific resources and support and writing help that is specifically geared toward that next level in higher education. They have different ways of helping you develop professionally. They'll host different events for graduate students. They're also a great one to go by if you are a graduate student and you're going to plan just a day, maybe making appointments with different offices. I would encourage you to also include their office. If you are a student that's pursuing a graduate degree. So we're not looking at the associates and bachelors, but anybody above that, the org's office is definitely somebody you want to be familiar with.
Christina, real quick, I
Next.
just wanted
Yes,
to
ma'am.
add regarding orgs. Could you go back a slide?
Yes,
So orgs
ma'am.
also is for our Doctor of Business Administration students. So once you get to the level of your culminating experience for either dissertation route or project-based route, you will be working, or your chair or mentor will be working closely with orgs regarding the paperwork and the process that Christina was referencing. So again, this refers to DBA students as well.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ziller. Let's see. So alumni relations. We do have Clarissa on with us today. She's alumni relations manager. So if you would like to speak to the group here today, we'd certainly appreciate it.
Yes, for sure. Well, hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this morning. We all really appreciate it. Like she said, my name is Clarissa Gauna. I'm from the Office of Alumni Relations, and we really come into play whenever you graduate, right? So it's good, though, that you know who we are and what we do, so that when you get to that point, there's no questions and we're a familiar face for you. So we are located in the basement of the library. So if you go straight through the library and take the stairs down, and then you take a right, you'll see our offices right there. There's people to help you as well if you get lost. But that is where we are housed out of. And so we are a group of 4 people. We each have different areas that we focus on. Specifically for me, I focus on chapters, programs, and reunions. So in terms of reunions, if someone has a 10-year reunion coming up, I'm helping planning that. It's in terms of programs, if there's programs on campus that want to have some sort of alumni connection, that is what I help with as well. And then chapters is actually something that we are in the beginning processes of, and we are trying to build out our chapters in Houston and in Dallas. So we are working on creating events in those areas for our alumni in those areas to stay connected to the university, even if they're not local in San Antonio. So if anyone here is from out of town, we are working to get to a city near you if you are not already from San Antonio. So that is just kind of what I cover on a day-to-day basis. But alumni relations are, as you can imagine, our whole goal is to get alumni connected back to the university, because this is somewhere where we spent a lot of time and we are very proud to be graduates of UIW. So this is our main job, is get you back here and remembering all those great things that you loved about the university. So we put on a bunch of events during the year. Our biggest one we're just coming off of is homecoming. And so that's going to be our week long. It's run through our office, the whole thing. And we have a lot of events that kind of speak to everyone's kind of interest. We have this past year, we had a Taste of the Pearl event, which is something we did, which was new this year, where you were able to walk around the Pearl at 4 locations that we had worked with, and you're able to get a bite to eat and a drink from that location, and kind of just experience the Pearl overall for a really, really low rate, which was really awesome. We had a great turnout there. We also have our Red Zone tailgates that happen before every football game. And so those are open to our alumni to come back, and we have food and drinks and music and areas for the kids to play as well. So it's really all encompassing. There's something for everyone there when you come out. Let's see, also during homecoming, we had our 50th reunion for the class of 1973. And so those ladies were able to come back, and we had a nice dinner for them. And they're, again, able to see each other who somehow hadn't seen each other since graduation. And they're able to reconnect and see the university now from what it was whenever they were on campus. So that is really, again, if you couldn't tell from all of the things, the events that we have and kind of the areas that we touch, that is our goal. Our goal is to get you back here and, sharing your time and whatever else you may want to with the current students. And so if you're ever interested in being involved with alumni relations, so after you graduate, we are always looking for volunteers for our events. So the Red Zone Tailgate you can volunteer at. You can volunteer at some of our other events we have throughout the years, graduation, things like that. We are always welcoming you back, and you are always welcome to come hang out with us. Once you do get around to graduating and it comes to that time, you will see us around at grad fairs and things like that. And what we are going to be wanting from you guys is to update your contact information. So a lot of times people will graduate and we only have their UIW email address and their UIW information. And so once you graduate, we want to make sure that we're still staying in contact with you and making sure we have that updated information so we can keep you in the know on all the things that are coming up. So we will be out and about trying to collect information. You can already do that if you just felt so inclined on our website. If you just go to the alumni website, you see there on the screen, there's a way for you to update your information and just have that ready to go. But if you have any questions about alumni, or even before you graduate or even after you graduate, our email is very simple: alumni@uiwtx.edu. But yeah, that is alumni in a nutshell.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hey, Christine,
Yes,
if I
sir.
would jump in there real quick. If you volunteer with the alumni to help out as a volunteer, that also counts towards your community service hours. And as a board member, we need you to volunteer. I'm on the board.
Christina, I wanted to add to that real quick. We have a very large population of alumni who are returning students. So we'll see that a lot within SPS of students who have completed a bachelor's that move into their master's or master's into doctoral. So this is why we partner very closely with alumni relations. So as a student, if you're a student right now, but you're also an alum, you can definitely, we encourage you to still participate with alumni, the Office of Alumni Relations, and get involved from the student perspective, but also from the alumni perspective.
Absolutely. I did see that I believe Jessica Hernandez from the business office was able to pop back on. Jessica, are you still here with us?
I am so sorry. I was having some audio
Mhm.
issues earlier.
Okay, not a problem. Let me hop back over to your slide really quick. And if you have a moment to talk about what the business office is here to help the students with, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so the business office, we handle, of course, all of your payments. If you all are wanting to get on a payment plan, the business office offers that. That can be done online through your CashNet. They should actually, if you are already registered for spring, they should already be up for the spring semester. You will have from January through April to pay your bill off. And a lot of the communication that the business office, we will email your UIW email. If you have a balance, if you are behind on payments, things like that, our collections team will actually reach out to you. And as well as if you will be visiting the campus, all vehicles parked on our main campus do require a parking permit. But other things, that the business office, we definitely want to work with you with any.
Oh no, did we lose her audio?
Now she's muted.
Sorry,
Okay.
I don't
No, it's
know
okay.
what's wrong, but yeah, so we definitely will be working with you. If you need to make a payment plan, need to set up something, just to kind of help out, things like that. As well as we do third-party billing. So if you are possibly with a third party where a company is going to pay, you will need to send your voucher or letter of credit to the business office. You want to make sure that your dates for your courses are correct, as well as all of your, that it's signed, and we do third-party billing after the 100% drop date. So once the course starts, it's usually obviously a week after classes begin. So we will begin billing right after that. So we do require that you do keep an eye out. We want to make sure that you are making sure that, your bills are being paid and stuff like that. So just be on the lookout.
Thank you so much, Mia. All right. Let's jump back in. We're almost done. I know we've had a lot of information. But one thing just to give you the best ways to really keep track of everything is social media. That's social media everywhere these days. Here are the QR codes if you want to give them each a scan while we're sitting on this slide, so you can go ahead and start following us there. SPS does have our own social media as well as UIW. So if you want to keep up with what's going on, if you're sitting at a doctor's office and you want to see what's happening at your school, you can definitely go check out our feeds on the social medias. It's going to be a good chance to see activities or events that are going on. You're going to see deadlines or announcements. It's just another way to make sure that we get all the information out to you and that you have just another way to be able to get that information to you. Just definitely, we have plenty of tools to try to stay in contact with you guys. I'm gonna bring it here to the very last slide, but I would like to ask our Associate Director, Dr. Tina Siller, if she has anything she would like to add for the end here.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you everyone for being here this morning on a Saturday morning and joining us. And like Christina said, I know it is a lot of information, but we're recording this on Zoom, and so we'll be sending this out in the presentation so that you have it to refer back to. But going based off what all the other officers said, please feel free to reach out at any point you have any questions and you're not sure where to start with or who to start with. Always reach out to your academic advisor. We can guide you in the right direction. You'll have each office contact information as well, but we're here to serve you, and we do it with a full heart of service. And so reach out anytime, get involved. That's part of your academic journey, is your student experience. So get involved in as many ways as you can, but always reach out to us, and we look forward to serving you.
Thank you, Dr. Stiller. I also saw one other person that I'm going to surprisingly call on here really quick. That would be Dr. Thomas Teeter. He's one of the professors for the DBA program. Dr. Teeter, would you like to say just a few things to our students on here that are with the DBA program?
I'll just say real quick, we're happy to have you. Any questions that you have leading up before the spring semester, you can feel free to reach out to me via email. My email address, I'll go ahead and drop in the chat right now, but don't be nervous. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Excited to be here for this part of your academic journey.
Thank you, Dr. Teeter. We've had a couple of questions that have come up in the chat. I'm just going to go over those right now. If you have any questions that you would like for us to grab, throw it in the chat and we'll go over those. One of the questions that came up was, if you come to Broadway for a sporting event, for our awesome tailgates or any of the football games, do you have to have a parking pass to be on campus? No, not for sporting events. When we have those going on, for example, right now, if you're here locally and you haven't gone to go see the Broadway campus with the Christmas lights from Light the Way, beautiful. That's all I have to say. Just if you wanted to come by for that in the evenings or on a weekend to see the lights that we have here on campus, you wouldn't have to need a parking permit for that either. So, and that's generally after 6 during the week. The Broadway campus is pretty much open parking. But if there's somebody at the parking kiosk, definitely let them know. If you are there during the day, for sure. Let's see what else
Christina,
do
I
we
think
have popping
Bishop
up. Yes,
Trevor
ma'am.
had a question.
No,
Oh,
thank
I
you.
do see it. Yes, sir.
I don't have a question. Just want to make a quick statement that we don't have a slide up here, but we want to mention that the Office of University Mission and Ministry is available to help. I am a retired veteran and also teach in the School of Professional Studies. I actually started in 1998, so I've been here 25 years. So been teaching for a long time. Love this. So when I retire, Dr. Tina, I'm still going to keep teaching. So just love it. Father Benny is on here. We have 2 Catholic priests, and I'm the Protestant chaplain. Father Benny, I see him there. Father Benny, just wave your hand so the people can see who you are. Or just say something real quick and put your contact.
Oh, yes,
information.
please. Yes, please, Father Benny, if you'd like to share with us, we definitely appreciate it.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Father Benny Lipalata. We are 2 Catholic chaplains working together with the Bishop Trevor and Sister Water, who is the Vice President. We we attend to students and also the workers, especially those who need any spiritual guidance. And we go also around in all these other, I don't know how you call them, is it campuses or faculties in these different schools, like medical school, optometry, physical therapy. We do masses in all those places. We are just there to help the spiritual part of the students and the workers. So, and our chapel, as you know, is at the administration. That's where our offices also are found. So you are welcome at any time to meet us if you need any spiritual guidance. Thank you.
And Father Benny, put your contact information in the chat, please, so they can get hold of you.
My email is, okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Tina and Christina.
Absolutely. Just again, if you have any questions, just put them up in the chat. Or you can raise your hand. I'm trying to scan for those. Dr. Stiller or Kathy, Nick, Lauren, did you see other questions within the chat that you feel like it might be good to share the answers with those?
There's a chat that just came in most recently, if you can touch on that.
Can you do it? Because I am in a different part and I don't want to. Let me scroll all the way back down.
It's
Yeah,
asking.
sure.
Okay, go ahead, Nick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so as far as community service requirements go, as long as it's documented that you can show if it's previously within the last 5 years, then the Etling Center can work with you to go ahead and have that verified so that way you can use it for your community service hours. If you're currently doing it, they just go through who is your supervisor, who, looks over you, things of that nature. I know as a veteran, military service, anything like that, sometimes you'll have a lot of community service hours as part of your daily life. So if you have that, definitely use it. Don't feel like you have to go out of your way to do the community service hours if you have already done something and are able to document it.
Well, I think the advisors will be on here for a little bit longer. I want to thank all the offices and their representatives that came and joined us today. Dr. Stiller, do you see anybody that we might have left off or anybody else?
Amy has her hand raised.
Oh, okay.
Hi, everyone.
How do I keep missing that? Okay, sorry. Amy, please share with us what you have.
So I know that this is an orientation mainly for our already admitted students. And so as Assistant Director of the Admissions Office, I just want to extend a huge congratulations to each of our students for taking this huge leap and starting this amazing journey ahead of you. I myself am an SPS and a main campus grad and am in school myself now. So I know the commitment that you all are making and the sacrifices that await ahead, but I can guarantee that we are 100% behind you. We will always be here every step of the way. And I can also guarantee that we will be at commencement cheering you on when your journey is done. So again, just congratulations to each of our students. Congratulations for this big step, and know that we welcome you to the Cardinal family and we are very proud of you.
Thank you so much, Amy. And with that, like, I really do appreciate all of you that have joined us this morning, all the office representatives that has joined us this morning. We are really excited, and I hope that that energy that we have is evident to everybody that's going to be joining the UIW and becoming a Cardinal and being part of our nest. We do really want to help you succeed. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. Generally, most everybody here, if we don't have the answer, we're going to go find out who has the answer for you. Again, we'll be here for a few more minutes. Other than that, thank you again for everybody for joining us. And for anybody who's joining us as a student, we'll get you the PowerPoint so you have all this information to go back and review if you like. And then we'll also be able to get the video of the recording available to everyone. Thank you again. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend. And for all our new students, welcome to the School of Professional Studies.